This is Mariette from the Business Champion Show. Every week, I sit down with people who build our communities, small business owners, dreamers, and doers who turn challenges into opportunities. Their journeys remind us that success is about heart, courage, and connection. Join me as we celebrate the champions among us, right here in Connecticut and beyond. Visit thebusinesschampion.com and be part of our growing community. Let's do this. Hello and welcome to the Business Champion Show. I'm your host, Mariette. Tonight, we're giving you a sneak preview of our new interactive Zoom series, Cooking Up Conversation. That's the title of it. It launches in January 2026, and it's all about living better, living together. What it is and why it matters, we will talk about it tonight and how to sign up for it on thebusinesschampion.com. So we will give you great instructions tonight. But I'm very excited to talk to my friend again, Chef Shakeema Romero, director of sugarspiceeducation.org. She's in the house. She's in the studio with me tonight on a very cold Thursday night. Good evening, Chef.
Good evening, Mariette. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here on this cold night.
It's
So let's
quite
get
cool.
started. Yeah, let's get started. You tuned into
Sure.
the Business Champion Show. I'm your host, Mariette. Now, we're really excited to announce the launch of Cooking Up Conversation, which is a 3-session interactive Zoom experience. Because Chef and I, we really sat down and we thought this through. And what this is all about, we figured out that people today need more connection, confidence with everyday technology. We know how that goes with people. Smarter, healthier choices without pressure, and something uplifting to look forward to. So, Chef and I, we came up with this program, Cooking Up Conversation. So, and what it is, it's a guided conversation series using food as a fun and familiar entry point to better living. So, such as real talk about eating, shopping. Chef is really good with shopping smart. Our habits and well being. Simple, practical strategies you can use tomorrow or tonight or whenever, but at least tomorrow. Optional kitchen inspiration from Chef Shakeema. A safe environment to practice technology, and a space to belong every month. So, Chef, what is your thoughts? I know what your thoughts are, but would you please voice them? Because what people really need today, people are lonely. People need
Mm,
connection.
we
People
do.
need to eat better. So I let you talk about your thoughts, please.
Sure. So you're absolutely right, Marietta. I think in this time, as we are more connected online, and myself included, we're seen to be lacking that human connection, that we just want to connect with people who are like-minded and are like us and have similar goals and morals. And this is an opportunity to connect in a way that's, in a relaxed environment. One of my philosophies of cooking is that I feel that it should be accessible for everyone, regardless of age or skill. And a series like this allows us of different backgrounds, I think, come together. A lot of times we think that we're very different, but a lot of times food and cooking brings us together in ways that we wouldn't imagine.
Right. And especially now, the winter months here
Oh
in the
yeah.
US, we have winter. And in another country, we may have summer, but we're opening up this program for anybody.
Right.
We're international. We're also on YouTube having visitors come and watch all of our shows, the Business Champion Show, Life Talk with Marietta Show. So we have people from all over the globe. And we're asking you, um, to join us for this. And Chef and I, we really worked on this, and we put every little puzzle piece together. And especially for the people that think they're not technical savvy. Well, I wasn't either, but my daily business life requires a certain knowledge of technology. And trust me, coming from television, sitting in front of cameras, from radio after 18 years in the studio, live shows. Well, you know what? I had to learn the technical end of Zoom, and it wasn't that bad. I was more afraid of it.
Right.
So what we're doing is we're inviting people and we make it very simple. Our studio has one link. It's almost like a telephone number. It's the same name, the same link, and you just put it up in the address bar of your computer and you make a couple of clicks and boom, 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 you're in the room with us.
Right. Very
That's as
simple.
far as it goes. So you can have your slippers on, your blankets, your nightgowns. Um, um, you're sitting in your home, in the comfort of your home, and that's what it's all about. People just don't want to drive again at night. They're coming home from work, they're eating, they don't want to drive again. And before I share all, we had a few listeners. We have some inquiries, and I want to share them with you. But, Chef, would you like to say a few more things in regards to
No, I
what I did?
completely agree with you. I agree with you, coming home after, especially when it's darker early, it's like 4:30, it's already dark. You want to get home, you want to be in a house where it's warm and comfortable. A lot of times we still want to meet with people and connect with people, and this is a very simple and easy way. Just it's literally a click away, and you can join us. Anyone can join us. I always believe that especially cooking is something that is meant to be fun and intimate, and it does not have to be something that's technical or complicated. It can be a very binding and a bonding experience for many people.
Right. Now, I like to point out, just in case, because people do misunderstand, this is not a cooking show. But
Right,
what it is, it's a real talk about eating,
right.
shopping, habits, and well-being. And for that, the chef is instrumental. I mean, but if Chef Shakeema wants to show something that she's making in her kitchen, something that's simple, but I
Yes,
mean, she can surprise us. But this is not a
definitely.
cooking show, let me tell you. It's much, much more than that.
Right.
But so let me get started. Let me share some of the listener inquiries. So we have Donna from Tampa, Florida, and she's asking, I live far away from Connecticut. Can I still join and feel included? Chef, what do you say?
Of course. Definitely. We can't wait to meet you.
Yeah. And you know
Definitely.
what? That's right. We have people down in Florida too. Everybody has, they're all going to Florida, chef. We're
Right.
here in Connecticut, right? When the Four Seasons,
And the Four
I
Seasons.
I
Yes.
have people down in Florida that I know. Absolutely, Donna from Tampa. So please, you know what to do. Thebusinesschampion.com. I'm not going to repeat it, but at the end, and I will blend it in to our show as well. So you see what to do. But absolutely, you're not far from us, Tampa, Florida, not at all. Anyway, going to Victor from New York City, our neighbor. This is a question for you, Shakeema. Chef, will you be showing recipes that someone like me can make it in a tiny kitchen? We know how tiny their apartments are, Chef, right?
Definitely.
And they paid $2,400 for just a tiny little space. I just saw a documentary, but answer the question first before I get going. Go ahead.
Yes. For me, again, it's all about making food with minimal fuss. So even if you have a fancy kitchen with a lot of space and lots of gadgets, you can join us. If you have a tiny kitchen with minimal, appliances, you can also join us. It's for all of us to just connect with one another and learn about each other and build that community of people who love food and want to be healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was very impressed. It was a German documentary I saw on YouTube over the Thanksgiving holiday. And the German television people came to New York and interviewed different people and showed some of them um, uh, apartments. They were interviewing a couple of people
Yeah.
living in them. And they were making low six figures and they still didn't have enough money to survive in the city. That's amazing. And they showed even how much parking is. Parking for half an hour is $27.
Wow.
I didn't know that. Well, I don't go to, you know, how often do I go into the city? And then I would take a train or somebody would
Right.
drive us. So, but it's just a different way of life in the city. And oh my God,
It
It's a
is.
lot. It's expensive. It's very, very expensive. Anyway, but Victor, welcome. The chef will take good care of you. Helen from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm nervous people. What? What? Wait a minute. I am nervous people will see my house on Zoom. Oh, you are nervous. I didn't understand your handwriting. I'm sorry. So Helen from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is nervous that people see her house on Zoom. Do I have to turn on my camera? Well, Helen, I don't want people to see my home either. And I put, you know what I put? Yes, you don't have to put the camera on, even though for the series we will have the cameras on because it will be fun seeing all the little different boxes and people this time compared to how we usually do our shows. So, but I think it's fun, but you don't have to turn your camera on because you know I put a screen in back of where I do my Zoom.
Right.
I don't want people necessarily to see my house. And you see everybody very open. You see them sitting right in front of the lens, the camera, and then you see their living room, the piano, all the collectibles that they have. I don't want, I feel just like you, Helen. So Helen, keep your camera off. That's fine. Or
Right.
put a screen. That's what I do. It's a screen that I put in back of me. Something nice. I have a nice screen.
Whatever makes you comfortable. Correct.
Exactly, exactly. So Eleanor from Westwood, Connecticut, a neighbor, a couple of town, towns down. I want to cook healthier, but I don't want to give up comfort foods. Is
Mm.
that okay? Well, you got to check with a chef. What do you say, chef?
Of course it's okay. Especially if you learn how to make your comfort foods healthier. Or you just also you can have it as moderation. It doesn't have to be an everyday thing. It can be a weekend treat. It can be a birthday treat or occasional, but we can definitely find ways where we can make our favorite foods healthier by using probably better ingredients or, substitutions. But there's always way that we don't ever want to give up for things that we love. I always believe life is short and the best way to go through that is by enjoying things that we love. And food just happens to be one of them for me and for many people. So
Mm,
of course you can have what you love and a healthier way.
that sounds great. Robert, the next one now. Robert from Chicago. I don't know anyone who would join with me. Will I feel out of place? Robert, absolutely not.
No,
We're going to meet some great people, all great personalities. How do I know that? That's just what I put out in the universe. Yeah,
you're right.
we Chef Shakeema and myself, we have good personalities. We're friendly, we're open, we're welcoming. So, I enjoy meeting different people that I don't know, and I don't really worry about it.
Right.
I'm used to meeting all kinds of people all the time. It doesn't mean that I always feel comfortable, but since I'm open and Chef Shakima is open too, we always enjoy ourselves. And you know what? Everybody's a little nervous, and before you know, everybody feels at home. And that really has something to do with our personalities, I have to tell you.
Right.
Many people have said that on our radio programs. Oh, I was so nervous, and Marietta, you made me feel so comfortable. When the host feels comfortable, and our chef Shakima and myself, we're the hosts. If we feel good and confident in our skin, and we love our work, you're gonna
Yeah.
feel just as comfortable. So, don't you agree, chef?
Absolutely. Again, I feel that one of the ways that we connect the most is through our foods and how we enjoy foods. And people often forget that a lot of times, even though we can be so different in our personalities, our upbringings, our culture, food ties us all together, and we learn from one another through eating, through our culture, through our community. So no matter who you are, where you're from, this is a space where you can be comfortable, where you're safe to share, and we welcome everyone.
Right. And this is what Robert from Chicago said, that he doesn't know anybody who would do this with him, and he likes to do it, but that's why he's asking,
Yeah.
will I feel out of place? Robert, don't worry about a thing. You got us. You got us forever. Forever and ever.
Forever.
You will feel that's right. Right. So don't worry about it, Robert. And thank you for bringing this point up. A lot of people feel like that. Okay. Next one is from Brenda from Maine, and that's for you, Chef. I have never used Zoom before. Will someone help me get started?
Hmm. We can definitely help her with that. I don't think it's something complicated. Like you said, that this Zoom link is just something that we always use. It's literally just a click away. Once you have the app on your phone or on your computer, all you have to do is click on it and log in, and you will be part of it with us.
Right, right. And you know what I learned, Chef? We don't even have to have the app on our computer in order to join, in order to use the link. That's what I learned. But nevertheless, Brenda from Maine, yes, we just have to set a day where we can, once you sign up and everything went through all the reservations, everything, I can help you with it, over the telephone and everything. So, but I have the app installed. Chef, you have the app installed also, right? The Zoom.
Yes, I do. I do.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And so it's always good to have it installed. But okay, just reach out, Brenda. Maggie from Atlanta, Georgia says, I'm retired. Does this program help people like me stay independent?
Mm. I
Well, go
think
ahead.
No, I absolutely. This program is for everyone of all ages, skill levels, and things like that. So even if you're retired and you want to keep a level of independence, this is great for you because maybe before you had to, it was about cooking for your family. Now it's about how do I shift that family mindset to only one person or two people, So this is like for everyone, regardless of what it is. And it's also we can as sure as the program goes on, we can make, changes and adjustments like to see who our audience is. But for now, I think anyone, regardless of anything, can be a part of it.
Yeah, and you know what I noticed, Chef? Thanksgiving, we were invited to my daughter's best friend in the family. They've been doing Thanksgiving for forever, where we every year they go to Thanksgiving to Sue and Tom's house. Now, Sue and Tom, their adult children are out of the house. They have four adult children, and they just had a grandchild, 6 months old. And Thursday, Thanksgiving, when we went up there, I noticed something. Something had shifted.
Oh.
Um, the kids were there. Some were single, some came with their partner. And yes, the meal was all beautiful, everything, but something had shifted with the hostess.
Mm.
The house is empty now. She was always a caretaker, chef. Even though the food was great, everybody contributed, everybody brought something. But I felt a certain tension. It was like she went through the movements. Um, something was very strange, and I guess it has something to do when your kids are out of the house and they're adults. They have their own families now. They're going home to their boyfriend or girlfriend, or they're going home to their own um, apartment, to the cats and dogs that they have, and everybody left at different times, way before 6 o'clock, which is also very unusual. So I just noticed a shift. So I'm telling Maggie from Atlanta, yes, you are retired. There are many, many things that shift in our lives.
Yeah.
And just like Chef said, we need to learn now, relearn what fits, what tail. We need to we need to have new programs tailored
Yeah.
to ourselves,
Yeah.
that we're happy with. But I noticed that, Chef. With my daughter and son-in-law, I am not there daily. Sophie is in London. Max is still at home. He goes to college. Um, I don't get to talk to my daughter about all the shifts, the different when the house is empty and everything, and how they feel about it. Not too many people, even in my family, they talk about that. But
Yeah.
I know you still have your children with you, right, Chef?
I do. Yeah, I do. I'm just smiling at this end because it's just, my daughter's now entering her last year of school, of high school, and it's just, just the thought of a different change and changing with her and enjoying the moments, but I know that things will be different. And embracing that, embracing the change and
Mhm.
transitions in our life. And it's scary. Anything new, I think, is scary. But I think once it's her turn to pave her way and make her life the way that she wants to make it. So I'm just here to support as a mom and be as supportive as I can.
Yeah, and you know what it is too? Not that I celebrated Thanksgiving with them every single year, but the difference was um, they all stayed. All the kids were still living at home
Right.
till just about 2, 3 years ago, and that's the difference. It does it has a it. I noticed a difference in Sue. I really did. Anyway, Norman from Milford has a question for you, Chef. My doctor wants me to reduce salt and sugar. Will you talk about stuff like that?
Definitely. One of my favorite ways to impart flavor into food without adding sugar or salt is by using a variety of spices. And we're going to show you how you can add that in different ways. So that's like one of my best things because a lot of people now are concerned that we eat too much salt, we eat too much sugar, all of us. And we might not be familiar with all the different spices that they're out there. There's just so many and how we can use them. We think it's something that's foreign or strange or we're unsure. We're like, when you add this, it tastes good. And you don't have to go to a restaurant to cook this way. It's something that you can do at home or you can do with your family. So definitely we will be talking about things like that.
Yeah. Pat from Salem, Oregon says food is expensive. Will you share tips for stretching money at the grocery store, Chef?
I surely will. Trust me, food is very expensive for all of us, especially when you have young children who are athletes who eat quite a bit and quite often. And you also, you just want to make sure that you're not spending your entire paycheck at the grocery store. So I am always looking for ways, not only for saving for myself and my family, but to share with people who are in a similar situations who are just looking to keep as much money in their pockets as possible.
You buy in bulk. That's what you said in one of our
Yes.
first shows. She buys in bulk, a big tractor trailer, right?
I
Full of
buy in
toilet
bulk.
paper, paper towels.
Definitely. I buy the staples in bulk. So things like potatoes and carrots and things like that, I tend to stock up on, especially when I see that they're on sale. Or if I go to my local farmer and they have, things that are on sale, I stock up on those because, I have my motto, cook once, eat two or three times. For me, it's a lifesaver. So tips like that and hints and different ways that I can save and as well as save time in the kitchen, not just save time financially, but save time in the kitchen because we don't always want to just be cooking every single day. We'll definitely be sharing hints and tips like that.
That's great. No, you had some great tips. I know you have to have a nag for it. And a lot of people do. I go with a grocery list. I
Right,
never walk around with a flyer of what the store offers because yeah, I just shop for one. That's how I justify it.
right,
It
right,
just
right.
irritates me. Anyway, I'll save that for the series. Anyway, I get lonely sometimes.
Mm.
June writes, "Will I get to talk to or just listen?" June, you can talk as much as you can. And who
Yeah,
knows, we might make you a co-host. I don't know. But of course you can talk and however you feel comfortable. Right, Chef?
right. And if you don't want to talk, that's okay as well. You can listen and just be a part of it.
Sandy from Phoenix, Arizona, and we're almost finished with the inquiries. What if I miss one of the dates? Can I still come the next month? How do you think we should handle that, Chef?
Of course. I don't think that you should, not be able to come. Of course you can come. And it's going to be recorded, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
it is. Yes, it will be on television as well.
Oh,
We haven't decided that yet, but that's something the chef and I will discuss. Okay. Gary from Hartford, will you talk about meals for just one or two people? I always overbuy.
mm. Definitely. We will talk about, now that I'm knowing that there's a lot of people they don't have families and how do we cook for just myself? And a lot of times, like I said, my motto is cook once, eat two or three times, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to cook and eat the same exact thing every single day. So I'm going to show you how we can repurpose our meals and use the
I love
same
that. Yes,
Use this one ingredient for different ways. For example, if we're gonna do butternut squash, which is I'm believe in cooking with the seasons. Oh, how can I use this in different ways if I make it on Monday night? Well, we can make it with a soup. We can make it with a taco salad. We can do grain bowls. Be as creative without giving too much time or money.
right.
So
And you know what? I'm so used to cooking for more than one, and then I freeze it, and
yeah.
then they stay in the freezer. All these little containers that I think I remember everything what's in it because I don't like to label it. I'm going to have to change my tune on that one
Yes.
because I don't remember what is in the containers. So I think a lot of people go through that, chef. So we got to come up with something really good. And the last one, Lana from Charlotte, North Carolina. I am shy. Do I have to talk a lot? I'll let you answer that, chef.
Again, nope, nope. Everyone of all personality types are welcome. Not everyone is comfortable being on screen or speaking on screen or speaking at all. So whatever you're comfortable with, if you like to talk, of course you're more than welcome to add your advice and your opinions and your thoughts. But if you just want to listen and learn that way, and whenever you feel comfortable, you can join in, you're welcome to do that as well.
That's great. That's great, chef. So what we're learning and why you should join us in Cooking Up Conversation, we're learning simple ways to live healthier, feel more confident using technology, that's a big thing, and stay socially connected, especially as we get older. We'll discover how to shop smarter, plan easier meals, and enjoy food without stress. Most importantly, we build a friendly community so no one has to go through life alone. And I think this is worth $1 million that we're not alone, especially when we get a little older. And if that sounds like something that you would like to do, you will find more information. I'd like you to go to thebusinesschampion.com. It's right on the first page, and it will show you the program schedule. It's starting Thursday, January 29th, the 2026, January, February, March. It gives you the days and times, and it gives you everything that you need to know. And you can just follow the directions and you can give us a call. Just follow the directions and give me a call, and we'll handle everything. But there is a deadline with a sign up. So just go to thebusinesschampion.com, and we're excited. Chef, I'm excited.
Yes, I am as well. I
Yes,
definitely am.
yes. So again, I'm Marietta Camera, Chef Shakeema Romero. She's a professional. You will also find our bios. I haven't done I didn't put the bios up yet, but everything else is up, and the bios will be up over the weekend. Both of us. I did put all. Oh, wait a minute. I put both um, the websites on it. So you will find our bios on our individual websites. So that's what I wanted to say. Chef, do you have anything else that you'd like to add?
For me again, I love teaching with cooking, teaching through cooking and talking about foods and community and culture. It's a great way to connect with people and connect with people that I think that in a way that we can all relate. And I'm really excited about this series of just building a community of people who are like-minded and willing to learn and meet each other through foods.
Yes, and tea. We can drink tea,
I'm drinking some
or
tea.
whatever you like, because I love tea. I
Yes.
love tea a lot, and whatever your heart desires, a cold drink or a hot drink. But we always have something nice and comfortable. So thank you very, very much for joining us tonight, Chef, and we'll get that right out there. And I'm very excited. So people have something to look forward to for the new year.
Yes. Thank you again.
Okay, and good night, everybody.